okay, guys. I'm just getting the music adjusted. I think it's too loud. Let's see. There we go. That's better. Background. Maybe. I think. There we go. Okay. So, actually, let's go to just chatting for a second. Let me get it set up. We'll start the morning off right with some kittens. Interact. And transition. There we go. So I'm pretty excited. This shipwreck revenant is turning out really great, and it's done drying. Oh my god, sweetie, Sketchy, you're so cute. It's done drying, so I'm excited to go through and paint it. I've been kind of, while I was sleeping last night, I'd wake up and kind of dream about how I'm going to paint it. I have some ideas, because there's a lot going on here, so I'm pretty excited. But I slept really hard, so I'm still kind of waking up, so sorry if I seem a little groggy, but I'm good. I slept so good. Okay, so I'm just getting some of my... I bought a bunch of new paints yesterday. We went and played Magic the Gathering, specifically Commander, at our favorite game shop yesterday. I posted a picture on socials, and it was just so much fun being able to get out and go hang out with friends again. We had to wear masks the whole time, which I kind of appreciate. It's still obnoxious, but I appreciate the alternative is bad. Let's see, mini stream. Cool. And this bad boy. Let's see. Let's put a dice right in the middle. How's everyone's day? So let's put the GABA right here in the middle. So if I hold this here. Is that good? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. And I bought a couple new minis to paint too, as well as Sketchy's already bought me tons. So we have so many minis to paint, guys. Get my coffee ready. It's not bad. Okay. So, happy Tuesday, everybody. Let's get to painting some minis. Why we all came here. Nice and low. There we go. Okay. Closing all my extra tabs. Let's make sure this works. Yay! Did you see what I just put in the chat? Transition. Okay. So we're gonna put. I bought this yesterday. It's called Oak Brown, and it's a very dark brown. And what I was thinking is, on. Is that just like? Oh. Damn. This is one of those minis that after I paint it, I'm gonna have to be careful how I store it. There's just so many parts. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna do dark. We're gonna do oak brown on the hull of the ship, like all the pieces that are like the hull. And then we're gonna do a lighter brown, which I think I bought, but if not, then I have one. Just start on the other pieces of wood because there's like logs and different things like that. So those are going to be and luckily I have a rust effect, which will be really nice to have for the metal. Werewolf fur, no. Hemp rope? Probably. Made in France. Necromancer's cloak out. It's primer. True copper. Shimmering silver. Disgusting slime. There's so many options I could go with. But I think we're probably gonna go with those browns over there. Okay. So I think we're gonna go with. Oh no. Oh. Okay. No, not Beasthide. It'll come to me. I think what I'm gonna do is just start on the ship, and we'll just take our time painting the ship, and then we go from there. Because there are a lot of options, and I'm not quite sure what color I want to go with yet. I was thinking a lighter brown for like the barrels and stuff, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we went to our favorite gaming place yesterday, and I was reminded how dangerous it is for us there. Because we bought many nerdy things while there. Yes. And I also bought a couple new brushes, which is fun. This one is size. It doesn't even say. This is like a size 1, I think. Interesting. Norseman! Thanks for the raid, buddy! I had no idea you were coming. Appreciate you, man! This is the... Yep, no idea at all. This is the mini that I'm painting right now. It is a Shipwreck Revenant. You probably do. I don't know if you know any lore behind Revenants, because they're in multiple cultures. Basically a spirit that's come back for vengeance. And this is all made of broken ship pieces, except for that little skeleton there in the very center. But everything else is just broken ship parts and coral, and I'm pretty excited to paint this one. It's going to be epic. Yeah, it is intense, and there's a lot of detail. So I'm right now literally trying to figure out what colors I'm going to go with. I'm going to start with a brown for the ship, but like a dark brown because it's like waterlogged. But there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of coral. I think there's some treasure. No, it's mostly coral. And that's going to be hard too. This is going to be a multi-day project. I've never painted coral before. I don't know how I'm going to do that. He's a necromech. He's a necromech. I mean, that's one of my favorite theories about, or one of my favorite things when I found out about Attack on Titan. When somebody pointed out to me, it was in like a video somewhere or something. I'm sure it was a TikTok, because that's like where we get all of our information from these days. But that the Titans are just fleshy mechs. I thought that was pretty great. Okay. So, let's get started. So yeah, we're gonna start dark on the ship. We're gonna start with a dark brown. Because I don't know. I don't know about you, but with ships, I love, like, when you look at a ship and you just see that dark, woody color on the ships that look like just old and aged. I love that look. So that's kind of what we're going to go for. And then I'm going to add multiple layers of brown. Yeah. I'm going to add multiple layers of brown, then add some complexity to it. So the colors I'm going to go with this, I had to look on a color wheel to make sure that they work together. But I'm going to be going with brown as my primary, obviously. But I'm going to turn that brown, a lot of the brown, into a gray. So it's going to be like the highlights of the brown are going to be gray. And then greens. So the other wood, so the main boat is going to be brown, is going to be the undercoat, and then the tones and highlights, like the shadows and highlights, are going to be gray and like dark brown. And then for the other ones, because there's like barrels and stuff, and I want that wood to look different than the ship wood, so we're going to go with a light brown. And then the tones, or the shadows and highlights, are going to be green and like a slimy green color to white. And then the coral, because I looked this up too, is going to be blue. We're going to go with like a blue purplish color. And those colors all coincide on the color wheel. So, should work out pretty good. We'll see how it goes. Get that old wood. Ah. I mean that old wood, man. It's important. You gotta represent the old wood, you know? That's pretty good. How was your stream, by the way, man? How long did you stream for? Damn, 6 hours? Oh boy. Are you gonna stream again today? Or are you gonna sleep and then wake up and probably stream? You have many options. You are a free man. Alright, I'm gonna adjust the light just a little bit. So you can see the menu a little bit better. There we go. That's better. Oh, nice. So you're done with it? How many hours did you put into it? And if you had to rate it, what would you rate it? Nice. Well, that's right. It's Tuesday. You work tonight. No, you don't. Yeah, you work tonight. Yeah? Yeah, you work tonight. Oof. I'm already forgetting our schedule. I tried to forget that place so much that I'm already forgetting the schedule that we're on. Almost 30? Damn, nice. 8 out of 10? Hell yeah. I heard you say that it was in early access. Maybe I'll wait until it's out of early access and then I'll go check it out. Are they still working on it, or is it pretty close to coming out of early access? Oh, it just came to early access, damn. So it'll probably be there for a bit. Typical things that, typical gripes that you would have for games that are in early access or different ones? That's true. Keep it on the wish list. There! What's the Scully Boy thing? Oh, hey, that's the mic. This is the mic that Sketchy got me, and it responds to emotes. Yeah, so if you put like my different emotes in the chat, then it pops up. Also, if you do this, you'll appreciate this one. There. Boom. Just another way for people to interact. Right? Yeah, that was all sketchy. She set that up for me. Oh yeah, and it's Sketchy's birthday. So we set it up so that it would do the birthday celebrations. Does it do water drips too? Can it do water drips? Right? Yeah, it just the words just literally have to be in the thing that you say, and it goes up like RIP has one too. It's kind of funny. I don't remember. Did we do an F one? I think the F one might be the skull. How are you today, kid? Or Bear? How are you today, Bear? You ready to go pro? Also tired. I just woke up. But good, because I'm painting minis. It's I've been doing started last week and now gonna continue, and my routine now is gonna be morning streams starting at 8 o'clock and then I'll go until 12 or until I'm crash or something like that, right? But basically 4 hour morning streams every weekday. But today's Sketchy's birthday, but for her birthday, she was like, I really want you to paint minis. Right? The eggplant, it's so great. Uh, so, uh, so here we are. I got really lucky. She's like infatuated with me. Smitten, maybe? I don't know what kind of spell I cast on her. But I must be a witch of some kind. Because it's working. Last night, though, we did get to go out and go to our local board game shop, Oasis. I guess there's a couple in town. But yeah, we went to Oasis and it was fun. We used to go on Mondays every week because we play a Magic the Gathering. We play a game called Commander or EDH, and we would go there every Monday because it would be Commander night. But then it stopped, obviously. And last night they just opened it back up, so that was really, really great. It was nice to go. These people that I hadn't seen for like over a year. It was kind of cute. Everybody was extra socially awkward though, because we're all nerds, which was kind of nice actually. Oh, look at that! See that there? There's so much wood here, guys. So much wood. So, some of that brown is leaking over. That is going to be the one hard thing with all that coral. We'll do the coral at the very, very end. I think as we paint everything, it's going to be really easy, especially with the texture that the coral has. It is very much prone to like having all the other color, like all the other paints and waters kind of leak into it. Because it's that like rough texture. And so it just like sucks up the moisture. because it wants to go somewhere. This is so cool. I'm already coming up with a story for this. Like, could you imagine if your adventurers took down some big bad pirate or something like that, sunk the ship in the process, and somehow the ship held a grudge, and the ship itself came back to hunt for the adventurers? How epic would that be? Pretty fucking epic. So much brown. There's a lot of rope too. Okay. There's a lot of different variations of brown that I'm gonna have to do, so I'm gonna have to be really careful about making sure that they all are very different shades of brown. I didn't think, weirdly as it is, I didn't think I would like using the color brown. In fact, I didn't even buy brown colors at first in paints. But as I started painting and I used like the different colors, I realized that gray and brown was really missing from most of my minis. And if you just use like those bright, and some people do it, right? Like there's definitely different ways, and I'm not saying one way is better than the other. But if you use those really bright colors and like the exciting colors and like everything, it almost starts to get like wash things out, right? And so when I started adding browns and grays to things, then when I actually add color to things, they light up so much. It's really cool. They stand out so much more. So it's actually been fun getting used to using browns and grays in my paints. Ooh. Toby, how are you this morning? How are things, friend? Music is very soft now. We will turn it back up. Get into those hard to reach places. Notes. What to do to? It's coming along. We're applying the first base coat, so doing the wood, the main like wood on all of the ship is the first base coat that I'm doing, which is like a darker oak brown, which is what I went for. So I'm gonna do that, and then from there I'll probably go back, go over the additional woods like the barrels and the chests and a few different things. So yeah, there's gonna be like a lot of going back and forth, and I'm really excited. This is probably the most complicated mini so far that we've painted on. Aw, thanks, Povey. I appreciate that. I actually feel the same way about them too. It's the funny thing. Will I paint them? And like I spend time with these little guys, I kind of feel like I get to know them, and then I start to develop like stories, and like I can't even explain the stories that I've already started to come up with this guy, because this is just such an interesting character. Like I feel like it brings even more life into the minis for me. It is Sketchy's birthday today. Aw, you guys are cute. The demon booty him up? Oh my god. That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm excited to see it. Are you streaming today, Povey? Oh yeah, let's do this too, Povey. Povey's pretty great, guys. If you haven't, go show her some love. Get down in there. is still many more coats to go over, and it's a pretty sloppy job. But it's the first coat, and the nice thing about going, oh, that's pretty loud. There we go. You stream this evening, Kay? Cool. I think we're going out for Sketch's birthday, but if you're gonna have the new emote up, I'll try to drop in so I can see what it looks like. Wait, it doesn't? Oh, weird. Okay, I'll look into that. I'll do a couple searches and try to figure it out. It'll probably be after today since I'm going to be hanging out with Sketchy most of the day, but I'll look into it probably tomorrow for you. Figure out why. I know we've had that problem with a couple of the bots before, so it's nothing new. I'll get it figured out for you. I got you. Oh, nice. Well, this bad boy is probably going to take me all week, so this is what I'm going to be working on for the whole week. I think the longest a mini has taken me before was 12 hours. I think this guy might break that. I think he's going to be well over 12 hours, which I'm okay with. Oh, nice. That's nice of you to set it so that your friends can watch you. It's very kind of you to be considerate of them. I think when I picked my stream time, I did not think of my friends. But I guess the nice thing is that in being considerate of them, then they can be supportive of you. I think I forgot there. That is kind of nice. I spent a large portion of my life being a people pleaser. So when I make decisions like that, I try really hard not to think of other people first, because if I do, I really, really easily fall back into that people pleasing role. It's a vicious cycle for me. Still maintain and are like compassionate and whatnot, but I just try to consider myself first, which sounds selfish, but I always end up trying to please other people too much, so if I try to think of myself first, then I don't fall into that people pleaser role as quickly. But I know that is not the case for me. that is usually the ships. Oh no. Usually the ships, oh, there we go, that's better. I'll control the audio there. Yeah, I'm making the computer dig. I'm hoping to get a border. Oh yeah, right? I feel like all of us found new ways to stay busy inside this last year. It's amazing how busy we can keep ourselves. Okay, so this mermaid technically, if I think about how ships are built, it's, oh, what is that called? It's the head of the ship. It's like the ornament that goes on the front of the ship. What's that called? But technically it would be made of wood. So we're just gonna paint over it. But it would be probably some kind of ornate wood. So go back and change its color a little bit later on. I want to say bust, but that's not what it is. Like a head bust. Oh, cool. Shipwrecks are so cool. Just the whole ocean, ships, all the nautical stuff. I mean, I guess shipwrecks themselves are kind of sad, but we're gonna try a little bit larger paintbrush since we're still covering so much area. Oh, there we go. So that's. Oh, that's so much better. I got some new paintbrushes last night too, which it was time. Texas. You don't remember much from it, that's fair. I feel like for many people, the crazy years of college, you don't actually remember most of it. It's just a blur of cramming and trying to push your way through. Okay, I almost used all of this brown. Oh yeah, this brush works so much better for this. Boats? Oh my god, the boat emote. We're probably going to be changing the boat emote in a little while, but this is like the perfect way to send out the boat emote, I feel like. The perfect sending off of the boat emote. Boats, boats, boats! Poor Photomouse. We will miss you. Did you see what Povey said? It will
Get
live
ready
on.
for everything you ever wanted to hear, know, and find out about Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time.
Brother. Hey, MC. Good entrance. How you doing, buddy? Brother. How you doing, brother? So much. FT, I think you may have watched too much Office. That or just the right amount. I'm not sure. To be determined. Sketchy says that's what she said all the time, though, so that's why I think it's especially funny, because she says it all the time. Also, that's a good. Oh no, the eggplant. I made the eggplant longer too. Oh god damn it! It's not supposed to sound like that. I'm gonna go back to painting, doing what I'm good at. That and embarrassing myself. How are you today, MC? Ooh, little wooden railing here is a kneecap. I love all the different parts that they use to like represent different body parts. Like this is just like different parts of the hull of the ship, and then a cannon for a gun, and a harpoon. Oh wait, no, this is a knife because it's all tied together. It's not. Oh my god, it's just. It's so great. They did such a good job. 10 out of 10. And I've noticed sometimes the Reaper Minis, the detail is lacking a little bit. Like it, sometimes. Some of their, I guess it depends on which one you get. But this one is amazing. NBA. Damn. How'd you get it on such a good sale? Wait. 21, yeah, that's the new one. How'd you get on such a good sale? That's awesome. We might have to get more of this brown color. There's a lot to this ship. I don't know why, but I guess I didn't realize how big this mini is. That's so funny.
Critical hit.
Critical hit. Aww. Thanks, sweetie. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Excuse me. You're so cute. Yeah, whenever you guys say birthday in the chat, it makes that little emote thing go off, and Meowcat! Hello, Meowcat! It's been a bit. How are you, friend? Yeah, every time you say birthday, it makes the little fireworks go off. Every time you say boom, it makes the eggplant. We have it set to a couple keywords. You're gonna make Sketchy something? 21 only a few years ago. Ovi, that's adorable. Sketchy is pretty great though, so I get it. And Meowcat, I actually shouldn't say it's been a bit, because I don't watch who lurks in my streams. So, it's been a bit since you've been in the comments, I should say. Because I know you guys all support as much as you can from well lurking, because you all have many things you do in your lives. So, that was not at all a comment on you being away for too long or anything, by any means. Just need ideas. That's fair. Something to spark that flame. The flame of curiosity. You're so cute. Nah, you've been sleepy? That's fair. Well, you just sit back. Oh no, I dropped my paintbrush. Relax and enjoy them. And I will lull you into a state of sleepiness. Oh, even sleepierness. Sleepiness, sleeps? Oh, sleep? Nah, I'm just gonna give up. I think I made myself sleepy saying that so many times. Okay, so... Coming up at this spot... And we are using a 1-to-1 water to paint of this stuff, which is Oak Brown by the Army Painter War Paints. And we're doing the base coat right now. And I'm going over the first coat of the base coat. And then I'm going to apply just a little bit of the Necromancer's Cloak, which is just like an off black. It's like a dark gray, really, really dark gray. And with that, I'll then make it a little bit darker, and the next layer will be like a darker brown. Even though. What? Aw, thanks, Meowcat. I appreciate that. Oh, nice. Yeah, it could be relaxation. I don't know. I am not a wordsmith. That's why I brought back the word of the day, so that we can learn more words together. And also, I realized that the app that I was using yesterday to listen to music, I was not using it correctly. And most of yesterday's stream may have been muted, but I didn't get dinged luckily. So today we're just using royalty-free stuff on YouTube. But I'm also not worried about it. I actually had an idea that I might do. Yeah, I still haven't done the word of the day one. That's something I need to do. Sketchy actually is going to have to set up the word of the day thing for me. Because I don't know how to do it, so I just have to have her do it. Music is a little loud? Okay. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. So even though my stream got muted, it actually spawned this idea that I had. And I think what I might do is download. Still a little loud. Download my streams, and then use. I have access to Adobe Creative Cloud for free because Sketchy works at the hospital, and then take it and speed it up, and then talk over it while it's sped up and upload that, right? I'm pretty sure it is Skyrim, yeah. It says that it's just a mix of fantasy music, but I'm also pretty sure that is Skyrim. That's iconic iconic music right there for us gamers. There we go. Yeah, and then talk over it as it's like sped up. And then I won't have to worry about the sound. If it gets muted. Cool beans! Cool beans. Cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. Boom. Shakalaka. Let me place the new unit, guys. So, still many things to go. Getting back to where we started. Yeah, we're gonna go. We have this friend that we've been talking about going to their house and gaming forever, for like 2 years, and then we got actually like 3 years probably, and then we got, because we're introverts and hermits, it just took a lot for us to finally get to the point where we were going to get together and do it. And then the pandemic hit, and then we were like, well, all right, I guess we'll hold off. And we were all nerdy introverts, so we were like, yeah, it'll happen. And now, in our state, specifically in our region, because where we live in Utah, it's very much like a medical area. We have like tons of hospitals. They do a lot of research around here. And Sketchy and I and the person we're going over to all work in medical, so we were able to get the vaccine like right at the beginning of the year. And so now we've had it long enough that we're all like, all right, we've had it long enough, we're all doing good, let's hang out and play some board games. So we're gonna go play some board games with our friends. We're gonna get a cake, and it should be fun. I feel like the fact that we're doing something is more than a lot of people have gotten to do this last year, which is exciting. But yeah, it's cute though. Last year we didn't do very much for Sketchy's birthday, and she's always, I don't know how I got so lucky. She's very sweet with me, and pretty much is always like, as long as I'm with you, that's all that matters. And I'm like, oh my god. You hear about that shit in books and stuff, right? Like, people just being so in love and infatuated with a person that they're just like, I just want to be around you. Like, how? How did I get that lucky, man? Oh, that's a little, that's, alright. It's an ornament right on its crotch. It's a little lion roaring, and the hole just happens. Okay. Reaper minis. Was that purposefully placed? You guys. Oh, right? Yeah, I don't know. I got lucky. Everybody deserves it, right? So I'm not saying I don't deserve it. Everybody deserves, like, love, unconditional love. But I know I got lucky, which is weird to say in a world that you think where everybody's trying to get unconditional love. You think that would be a lucky thing to get. So, but I definitely did. Aw, thanks, Bobby. Yeah, one of you can definitely tell we're nerds in love. One of her things that she requested me to do today because it was her birthday. I was willing to not stream. I like if she just wanted to hang out, but she specifically requested that I painted minis. Because she said she loves to watch me paint minis. She said it's one of her favorite things to like fall asleep while I'm painting minis and talking. I don't know, something about like my voice or something, or I don't know. I don't get it. Okay, so the rest of that there is coral. Okay, let's paint that one as well. But yeah, should be fun. But this mini is definitely, or it will be fun. There are people that we really enjoy too. I've never met his wife, but she sounds like we'll fit in great with her. If she's anything like he is, he's one of our favorite people. But I've never played board games with him. Only ever interacted at work with him. So it'll be a good time. I'm really excited. It's good to, it's nice when you find good board game people, right? Good people to play games with. Because friends and then board game friends, I'm sure you guys know, like they're two completely different people. People tend to show I always love playing board games with people, pen and paper RPGs. You really get to know people, man. You really get to see like their true side comes out, and it always fascinates me. I tell people, I warn people who I start playing a new game with, I'm always like, this game, we'll either get to know each other better and like become closer, or we're gonna like kind of grow apart from this experience. So, because it tends to show like all of your vulnerabilities and stuff when you're playing board games and pen and paper RPGs. But they're very aggressive and loud. And it's scary. Coming from them. Yeah, that's fair. That's what I'm saying, like, that's what I mean by board game friends, because everybody plays board games differently. And, Sketchy is very, very, like, when she plays, I'm sure you've noticed, like, from talking to her in chat, she's very like thinks about things, and like all her decisions that are made, I'm just like, holy shit, like it's just like well thought out and everything. And then me, I'm very much like a chaotic board game player. I usually am like, ooh, pretty thing, I want to make pretty thing do cool thing, and they're like, you're not gonna win, and I'm like, I don't care, it's gonna look cool. And usually Sketchy wins, which apparently having a woman beat boys over and over again tends to make them feel insignificant, and boys apparently don't like to feel like that, especially by a woman. And then my chaotic gameplay tends to just make people frustrated, because then they're like, well, what's the point of even playing and winning? I'm like, I'm playing because it's fun, man. And it makes them start to like question if their grasp on like winning and what it means to win and like all that is loose, then it starts to like break it down for them, and I just watch people kind of unravel a little bit, and I feel bad, but I'm like, I'm enjoying myself. Uh, yeah, they get yep. I actually um, prefer when the majority of people that I'm playing board games, card games, any stuff like that with are women, because it tends to be a little bit more just like, let's talk about it, let's just play, like not nearly as testosterone drivenly aggressive as us men tend to do. Very awkward. Oh no. How long have you been there in that place that you're in now, Poby? I know you moved around a little bit. You don't have to tell your story, and I will not say anything about it, but more just like the place that you got to now. How long have you been there? Since March. Oh, since March. Oh, it's the same people that you've been there with for a minute. Then okay, okay. All right. Damn, there's just a lot of wood. This ship has so much wood, guys. Have something. Gameplay, but that's fair. Have some heated moments, questioning rules of gameplay, but it's not a question. I'm not trying to screw you over here. Right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cat. That's yeah, yeah. Too serious. It's just a game, right? That's why I say when they start to see like how not seriously I'm taking the game, then I just like watch men crumble, and they're like, ah, but me man, me win, me want win. And I'm like, what we just play, hang out. Isn't the whole point of board games to socialize? Also, a really fun thing begins to happen, and people start to underestimate you. Which, being a person who's struggled with uh, like different disabilities my whole life, um, having people underestimate me has been one of my most powerful tools. I'm like, yeah, okay, yep. I'm just a dumb guy with dyslexia. You keep thinking that, and then and then I can kind of blend into the background until it's time to make my show, and then you burst out singing. Wait, no, that was a musical I was in. Sorry, I get my stories mixed up. Right? You died, yeah. If you really want to get serious, you could kick it. Yeah, it's just exhausting to be so serious all the time. I think that's why us men, little secret, I think that's why us men are so pissy all the time, because it's so exhausting to be pissy all the time. Little secret there. Don't tell him I told you. I wouldn't want I wouldn't want the council to get mad at me. But it's yeah. I don't. I think that was pretty obvious too, though. Yeah, everything is a competition. It gets really tiring. Um, it's. I think I I have a lot of testosterone, and Sketchy was like one of the first people because like I hide mine. And like I said, I like to have people underestimate me, and so even though I'm shit talking on all these boys and men and everything, I'm still like a very testosterone driven dude, and I have a lot of my own faults. And but it was funny, like Because I try. Steven! Hey, buddy. You can bust. I have to. Yeah, I've busted in the. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's true. So maybe it was board game. You're fine. I forgot that I was singing. Um, the. Oh man. Steven, I'm so happy you're here. When I show my art. Alright. Right, yeah. With art, it's weird to me that people get competitive with art too. But I know talking to Sketchy and Dustbot both, that's like basically what they teach you in like art school, like is how to like critique and break down other people's arts. So like it's like ingrained. It's so weird to me. Um, oh yeah, the right. Happy birthday. Yeah, she's definitely the boy in our relationship. Yeah. Sketchy tends to carry a lot more of the masculine traits, just not because that's what we agreed on, but just because that's how it is, and I tend to carry a lot more of the effeminate traits, which is just how it is, which I think is why we work so well. But I'd try to like act all tough and like cool and like manly at the beginning of our relationship and be like, ah, me man. And Sketchy would be like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, me man, this is what we do, me man. And she'd be like, this is, you're smarter than this. Why are you doing that? And I'd be like, you're supposed to underestimate me, me man. And she'd be like, nope, nope, that's cute, but this isn't working for you. You're smarter than that. And then slowly she just broke me down, and yeah, it was pretty cute. That's why I never took. Right, yeah. Yeah, we think it's funny now, yeah. Right? Yeah, I got lucky. Okay. Now it's time to apply for things. So I'm doing it now. Cute. Cute things. Okay. So we're gonna add a little bit of the Necromancer's Cloak just to darken up this wood a little bit. We're gonna add more of that brown oak. And then we're gonna add more water to the paint mix because we don't want this layer to go on nearly as thick. So we're using the oak brown. Then we're gonna put a few dabs of the Necromancer's Cloak on the side of that. Oh, you. And because it's not like solid black, the pigments in it mix better, so it doesn't like. Because I don't know if you guys have used like matte black before or matte white in any kind of painting stuff, but matte black especially just like changes the colors so much, just like even a drop. Oh. It's the beard. It's a curse. A curse to be adorable. Okay. Actually, I'm using the wrong brush. There we go. That's better. Okay. So this is where the first introduction of gray onto this woody color is going to come from. And you'll see I'm making it very, so this is what the brown looked like before. And that's what it looks like now. Really not much of a change. It's basically like just kind of muted, but right? The Skyrim music is so great. We're gonna turn it up a little bit. You guys tell me if it's too loud, okay? Right? French horns are amazing. Though I'll be honest, if I had to point out what a French horn was, I probably couldn't tell you. I just know I like them. You played in your high school? Oh, that's so neat. This is all the stuff that we... Oh, this is the one that I just printed, that's why. And it's definitely going on easier. That first coat always takes so long to put on. But after your first coat, things start to go on so much easier. Right, that's same Meowcat, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I think it's the pretty one, the one that's like a circle. Yeah. The one that they use in movies a lot. Not the one that you see in a ska band. That's kind of how I identify it. And yes, I was a ska kid growing up. I loved ska so much. Aw, your little brother. Little dick. Was his name Richard? Was the drama child? Ah. It is Skyrim music, yeah. I just put on like a random fantasy music thing. And it just happened to be Skyrim music, which has been a hit. Everybody has noticed that it's Skyrim music and been really excited about it. Can you believe that it's almost been 10 years since Skyrim came out? That's crazy. 10 years. That's frustrating. Could never get into the game. I love the game. It can be overwhelming though. There's just a lot to the game, honestly. So I can see why it would be hard. But or if that's just not your playstyle. But I love the game so much. Definitely put over 200 hours, I want to say, into it. Probably 300 plus. I know Sketchy has probably put like 1,000 hours into it. How many hours do you think you put into Skyrim? Oh, 5 to 6? Oh, okay. Dragon Age. That's fair. I know Sketchy has talked about that a lot, though. Just he knows how to. Right? Yeah, Sketchy's put thousands of hours into Dragon Age. Right? I still pick it up and play it sometimes too. I actually never have finished all the quests. I actually never finished the story. I watched somebody finish it once, and I was like, I don't like how that ended. So I personally just never ended it because then it never ended for me. In my mind, it still continues. Morgana? Oh my god, Morgana is amazing. Alistair. Sketchy romanced everybody. Hence having thousands of hours into that game. You romanced everybody in Dragon Age, right? What? Oh, I thought you did. Did you romance Alistair? Did you romance the sexy dwarf bard? The dwarf bard? The dwarf rogue guy? What? But not the dwarf? The crossbow dwarf? Yeah. Oh, that's probably not who she's talking about then. I don't know. I played the crap out of 1. And then 2 happened, and I think I just got too excited on the hype. And like my expectations were too high or something. And I got bummed out for some reason on 2. And then it was just hard for me to go back. Oh yeah, enchantment? Oh my god. Wait, can... You can't... Oh my god. Can you romance him? Morgana's a badass, though. Isn't she one of the dragons that you can fight? Okay, so we're going a little bit darker gray now. Adding a lot more water. And then I'm going to do Stream Raiders, and then I'll show you guys what color we got. Okay, so this is you can see the brown that I have there. And then this is going to be the new. Going a little bit darker. You can see that we're just slowly going darker and darker. It just adds layers. And adding all the water to it helps that. Make it so that the layers don't get mucky. And the amount of layers that or the amount of water that I'm using now is 1 part paint, 2 parts water. There we go. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can even tell, but the change there is really light. Or really, I mean, I guess it's darker, it's not light. Oh damn, I got nothing for. Oh well, we're gonna go back to the core later. But it's just so subtle. And having just like those multiple layers. And putting on this other layer, we're gonna go over all of it, but I'm not gonna go as thoroughly, because now we're gonna start going a little bit darker, and what that's gonna do is, and I'm not gonna go as intensely over everything. It's just gonna start adding these patches of different intensities of brown, which is so fun. If I remember correctly, Morgana replaced her. Oh, that's right. She did replace her. That's right. And then the areas that are going to be a little bit darker just because of shadows and stuff, I'll put it on a little bit thicker there. And this is an easy way of me introducing shadows early on. Another way you can do this, which is really easy, especially when you're starting out, is with washes, inks, shaders, and that will do a lot of that for you. And I really like using those for other things now. I still really like all of those tools, but I found now for the shadows that I get more control this way, kind of picking and changing the color a little bit, because this way I'm adding like a darker gray to the brown, and I got to pick that. And like when we do the other world, you'll see I'm gonna add like a dark green to it, to the hue. And again, you can go with shaders. They have dark green shaders. They have all those things. And starting out, that's what I did. It wasn't until probably my last mini that I did that I started feeling comfortable enough that I wanted to start doing this and start adding the layers slowly. Also, because it forces me to kind of take my time, because I kind of rushed myself before my anxiety would kick in, and I would just like try to like rush through the mini. And with this, even if my anxiety kicks in and I try to rush, I can't, which is really nice, and it forces me to kind of calm down, step back, and double check things, which is good. Wait.
That's so quiet.
There we go. There we go. And you can see, so I'm putting it on this barrel here that I haven't painted just to show you. You can see this is what this layer looks like without any other layers. It just looks like a weird kind of muted gray-brown. But putting that over the top of all these other layers of brown adds so much. And that's just because of like how much water I've added. But as that dries, that adds a layer. Go back with other layers. And it all depends on how you paint it, right? You can airbrush, which I really hope to do someday, but airbrushing is a little bit more expensive. I don't know if it would be as much fun to watch on stream too. But with that, you don't really need to do the layers. You just get like the color that you want, and then you like airbrush it on. But when you're painting like this, you kind of have to do the layers. And then there's different approaches. There's dry brushing. There's all the washes and all that stuff. But I've slowly kind of started to figure out the styles that I like. It's kind of nice. See if we have any of that left. A little bit. That was like the perfect amount. Okay. I think we're gonna add one more layer of dark brown. That's just a little bit darker, but not nearly as much. And definitely very, very watered down. So again, we're using the dark brown, the oak brown. Just a daub. And then the necromancer's cloak. And I put those on the wet palette kind of next to each other. And then I'll mix them together slowly until I get the color that I like. Put some water in there. Oh, is it? Okay. Thanks, sweetie. So here's our many layers, and this is what it's going to look like with that last layer. So how many is that? That's 4 layers that we put on there. And then later we'll go back with the highlights on top of that, and some of the highlights and some of the accents on top of that. Kind of bring things out a little bit. I'll be honest, painting this and putting this together has kind of made me want to do some of the Warhammer minis. I'll probably just keep trying to find like the Reaper minis and stuff because I don't actually play Warhammer, though I would love to, but I don't really know anybody that plays it anymore. And it's expensive, but these are a lot cheaper. So I'll probably just keep painting these, but definitely like putting it together, all the glue and everything. I've never put together or painted a Warhammer mini, but I've watched people do it, and it felt a lot like what I've watched people do. Just gonna hit this once with this darker underneath. Same with the rope, just because we want that dark accent. And then I have a color for the rope. There's actually a lot of rope on this, which is funny. I guess that might actually, that's not funny. That makes a lot of sense for a ship. Ship would have lots of rope. A ship would. Oh no. What am I becoming? Up a little bit so there's not leftover paint. The nice thing about it being thinner like this is that if there is leftover paint, that it usually just dries down and looks good. Or if you use non-watered down paint and there's stuff left over, it kind of starts to get kind of gummy. Watering your paint down like this definitely makes it so that you have a lot more options and a lot more room for forgiveness with stuff. So cool. Okay, once I get this last coat on, I'll kind of show you guys the progression of the color. I'll show you the original brown and then where we got to with that. Something in my eye. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry. We're gonna start doing the ropes, I think. No, I think we'll do the other brown. Anyways, so this brown here, So this is the brown that we started with. We did do it to it. Oak brown. And if we look at that and compare it to the brown that we have now, let's see if I can get like a good color comparison. No, I don't think there's. But basically, it's applying all those things. We change the brown and the colors. It's a lot more complex, which I love. We're gonna. So I think with the other ones, we're gonna start with this umber brown, which is a dark brown. And then we're gonna go more green. Light green from there. So with this one, we're gonna start darker and then go lighter. And I'm hoping that it makes for a really fun contrast between the different woods, because there's so much wood on the ship. God damn it, I keep saying that it made, that I want to make sure that that there's a difference between all the different variants of wood. Right? The mini is awesome, right? Yeah. Sketchy surprised me with it the other day. And I was so excited. I was like, you get me? Argus! Welcome, buddy! So... yeah, the shipwrecked Revenant. Crazy awesome, like, monster idea, too. I can't wait to either use it in my campaign or see somebody else use it. It's just... I'm just excited to be painting the mini, honestly. As I'm painting it, I'm, like, thinking up all these different, like, ideas for stories and stuff. Just, I have so many I want to do with this. Okay. So we gotta remember, okay, here we go. That would be different here. Argus! How are you, friend? I hope you are well, Argus. How's Minecraft? Oh, there we go. Another one around here. Okay. This will probably be a little bit different. Wood. Since it's a cannon. control tower. Nice. Yeah, you can already tell that little bit of difference is already showing up. Styles board. Awesome. Which is funny because my umber brown, my under umber, wait, what is it? Umbrella umber is, it looks like a really dark brown, but that's darker than that, which is crazy. Okay. So, I've that base coat on all of those. And now what we're gonna do is to lighten up that brown. I have this hemp rope, which is like an off green. And we're gonna slowly start mixing that into the umbrella umber brown. It's been good? Okay. I'm happy, buddy. You deserve it. Or Wonderlands? Wait, what's Wonderlands? Did I miss something? What's Wonderlands? Let's see. Is that the new D&D expansion? You giggle? Let's see. Wonderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands? Wait, is this a game? What? Alright, I'm gonna have to watch that later. It's a game? Is it an expansion or is it like a completely new game? Because if it's a completely new game, that's exciting. Also, is it voiced by Ashley? Because I think she's great. What? Oh my god. That's amazing. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that then. I started it. I didn't actually play it. Whenever I went to play it with people, because I play games at a different speed than people, I think most people got frustrated. And like whenever I went to play it, the like we had to like level usually before we went and played it, and then it just didn't work out, and yeah, sadly. But it's one of the expansions in that game that I always wanted to play, and I just never did. Probably mostly my fault, really, though, is the thing. Okay, so mix that green in there. Change here is a little bit more. I would love that taste. I would love that so much. Okay, so this is gonna, it just lightened up our brown a little bit. It's mostly what it did. And you'll be able to see here. Yeah, I would love that a lot. That'd be really great. We would put that on there pretty thick. Pretty thick. We need to lighten that up. Yeah, it always seemed like one of the expansions that would be really fun. Because D&D. chest there. Little chest over there. Oh, almost dropped it. Got a little bit too much in there. Ooh, I almost missed this chest up in here. Silly me. So, now what we're gonna do is add a really watered down version of this hemp green to that wood and just introduce a little bit of that brown to it. And that's gonna be our top layer of that brown. Now we'll show you guys what that looks like before I apply it. There we go. So, this is what it looks like. Okay. And now to apply it. Let's see what's thick. Don't want it quite that thick, so it just covers up all our other layers. There we go. Always keep. Oh shit! I fucked up. Brush nearby. Comes in handy. That bad boy off a little bit. There we go. All the little chests. Slowly, that wood is starting to change. I'm gonna go through and put another layer of this color on top of that just to add definition. Oh, that was fast. Between here. Little barnacles there. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the barnacles either. We'll figure that out when we get there. Kind of excited for them. Okay, now we're gonna go back over the chest again and all the different like off pieces of wood, and just apply another layer of this brown to that. And then I have this really fun effect called Disgusting Slime, which we're going to put on top of this brown that we're doing right now. Once we get there, it'll be a minute. That'll be with like the highlights and everything else that we end up doing. Trying to bring this bad boy to life a little bit. Again, the nice thing is that I haven't done the coral yet, so I'm able to be a little bit more messy with my brushes, because once I paint that coral, I'm going to want to be more careful. That's why I'm doing all the wood first, because the coral I'll be able to kind of flow through, and it's all underneath all the wood, so technically some of the stuff that I've heard based on like how you want to do stuff, because the coral, I guess the coral grew on top of the wood. Does it look like it's on top of the wood? That looks like it's underneath. No, it's on top. Okay. You kind of want to go based on, again, the layering thing. I say layering so much, but the layering thing, you want to go from the bottom up, is what a lot of people say. Again, there's really no right answer. It's art. It's painting. Don't let people tell you how to do the thing that brings you joy. But if you want to get that layering effect, going from like what the base is up makes it a lot easier to get that look. Because then you're basically building on top of everything else. And now, I don't know if you guys can see if the camera is picking it up, but now you have those, can't really see it. You have those dark browns, and then you kind of have those green browns. So Yeah. Thanks for the epic. Cool. Okay. Now, to decide what the next step will be. I think we're going to start doing highlights on the wood. Yeah. So, but we'll let the wood kind of dry a little bit first. Actually, maybe we'll apply that disgusting slime first. Why not? Let's do the disgusting slime first. So, effect disgusting slime. I think with the effects, I try to be careful just because the paint properties are usually a little bit different. So I don't always put them on my palette because they mix weird sometimes. So we're just gonna put it on here and see. Yeah, it's already like a little bit more runny. So, and what we're gonna do is get a completely empty brush and wet it just a little bit. Don't want it to overpower. Kind of want. Oh, our music ended. That's what happened. Alright, we'll see if it's too loud. Give it a second. Just gonna kind of blotch on that slime. It's a little strong. Yeah, we just want barely any at all on our face. And with this, hope is that it's going to give us that kind of like underwater decayed look, like it's been like at the bottom of the ocean for a good while. If it's been down there long enough for coral to grow on it, I think it's probably going to have a little algae and stuff on it too. So we're gonna do just like a little test. I have never put like like a large amount of this disgusting slime onto something, so we're gonna try, see what it kind of looks like. And we're gonna try it on this little guy here. Just gonna put it on slowly. And this is just gonna be our gross chest that's just chilling on the side here. I'm just really curious to see what the slime does, because usually I put very small amounts of the slime on, but it's an effect. So I'm curious to see what happens if I put a decent amount of it. And this is like, just like a little chest that's underneath its arm. A great place for testing. We're gonna let that dry. It'll be really easy to go back over it with brown if we don't like the way it looks. Right now I don't know if I love that like just green, that disgusting slime green, just the overwhelming amount that it is. Let's see. Okay, and then the barrel here. And then we're gonna get this skelly. First coat will be this disgusting slime, kind of bring it to life a little bit. Okay. And now for the metals. So we're gonna start with Necromancer Cloak, only on all the things that are gonna be metal. So we're gonna start really dark, not like matte black dark, but pretty dark. And what that'll do is it'll give us a nice dark base to start with, which is fun for the metals. And then we're gonna go for like a kind of rusty look afterwards. Is the goal. bolts and stuff. The cannon. I came in like a cannonball. No. Oh, I should put disgusting slime on there, on the windows of the... Now we're just gonna do this. It's gonna be easier, and then we can go over the windows later. Oh, but I like that on the lantern. The disgusting slime will make it like illuminate. Oh, and then I have this, which is a really fun effect too. This is... I will definitely get this again. This is a glaze. It's Way Water Green by Citadel, and it just really, really adds that slimy effect to things. It's a green, fluorescent green glaze. And whatever I add it to things, it just goes almost psychedelic. So the first couple of times I used it, I was like, ah, and it kind of overpowered things. But used right, it is pretty great. So, ooh. There is a barrel up on that thing that I missed. There's so much to this mini, it's crazy. Any other like large piece in
Oh yeah!
metals? Empty! Oh yeah! How you doing, buddy? That. And I think most of the other pieces of metal are small enough that I need to use a littler brush. We're gonna put a little bit more of this disgusting slime on the skeleton. Let me look. I probably won't have time to check it until after the stream, but it... Where'd you send it to me, MT? Because I don't see a message from you anywhere. I'd try to send it again. Oh yeah. Oh! I just had an amazing chicken ham and mayo set. Ooh! Oof! That sounds tasty. That sounds quite delicious, in fact. And on these little windows here, just gonna put this slide for now. We might go and put more on later, but we're this fun luminescent feel. We want this thing to be, my goal is to make this thing horrifying in size, but also like kind of like fantastical, like give it because it lives in the realms of D&D and Pathfinder, right? Like this is what it was made for. So it's still gonna have that fantastical, the element of like supernatural. I mean, it's a walking wrecked ship. So I want to definitely give it like some of that undead, like come back to life, like glowy feel. So going for that as well. I kind of like to think that the ship used the soul of its captain to bring it back to life. That's why the captain's like sprawled out there on top, and the ship used the soul of that to like come back and seek vengeance since the captain went down with the ship. And so the ship is using that as a way to power itself. But it's not the captain that's steering it, it's the ship. It's become sentient. Ooh. Okay, now for the smaller bits of metal. Thank you for the epic. Applying this. The brushes get dried out so easily. Cool. Okay. Now, we continue down that path. Yeah, I can always tell when painting has like relaxed me and just made my brain feel good. I start to like get like these. I have weird eye problems, but I start to get like these goop things. It's basically like my body's, when your body goes into REM sleep and you wake up and you just have like all those eye goopy booger things. I start to get those when I'm painting, and it's weird. I think my body just like relaxes and it starts like cleaning itself out. It's fascinating. Uh, it's weird what the body does under stress and not under stress. Okay. Coming together. Slowly. Thank you for the epic. Metal. What was I working? I lost where I was. Oh well. What, sweetie? Oh. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, that's right. I was trying to get the backside here, and I was running out of paint. Ooh, Stream Raiders. Stop battle. So fast. So fast you'll freak. A spider? We're fighting a spider? Ah, you're okay. You just you just relax now, cat. What time is it where you are? Yeah. Right? iPad is very convenient for lazy viewing. I agree. And I appreciate it. Also, don't ever feel pressured with the Stream Raider stuff. That is, it's very conducive to my ADD because it's like something that I can just bounce back and forth with really easily, and I don't expect anybody to play it. I've gotten a few viewers from it, people that have come to me through Stream Raiders, but I more have it there just as a secondary thing. Oh, there we go. They're just like random pieces of metal screwing all throughout. Oh no! What are you going through, Meerkat, if you don't mind me asking? What's going on? It's hard. I hope everything's okay. That's always the worst. Well, and I'm also flattered that you came to my stream to just chill and hang out and relax. That means a lot. kind of what I've always been going for with my streams. It's just a place to hang out, chill, chat, take it easy. Sometimes I'll do the intense, crazy games. But I try to warn you guys before. I've noticed that those people that watch my streams just want to chill and hang out and talk. Which I like. So it said that this is epic fantasy music. Might be a little bit too epic. Yeah, let's try something else. Something not so epic. Ooh, Lord of the Rings. There we go. There we go. That's better. Now, pull the rope. I think for the rope, we're gonna go with this desert yellow. Oh no. Is it because the world has opened back up and so you're having to deal with people again? Because if that's the case, I get that. Anxiety's a real pain in the ass. And I'm sorry, because not a whole lot makes it better. And it's hard to reason your way out of anxiety. It's a very slow process. Which is so frustrating. I've struggled with anxiety most of my life. A large portion of my anxiety comes from poorly treated anxiety or poorly treated ADD. They found out that I had ADD at a really young age, but threw me in the remedial type of classes. And it wasn't until I met Sketchy that I started realizing that I'm clever. But back then I didn't think I was clever, and they were like, "Oh, you're just a dumb kid." But really, I was this clever kid that was sitting in classes, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna put you in these easy classes," and you don't really have to do much to pass them. And I was like, oh hell yeah. And I was like, all right. And then they would come and like ask me, be like, hey, do you want to go to these other classes? And I'd be like, no, I'm all right. I don't have to do shit in here. This is great. And so I never really had to deal with my anxiety until much later in my life, or my ADD until much later in life, just because I wasn't challenged really, because I saw the easy way out. It's actually interesting looking at my buddy Dustbot and I. He was approached when we were both approached when we were in school when we were really little, and he was told that he was gifted, and they put him in the gifted classes, and I was told that I had ADD and dyslexia, and I was put in the remedial classes. The two of us have been great mates for years, but if you talk to the two of us about our high school, grade school experience, it's like we went to two completely different schools. But we always met up afterwards and hung out. But yeah, it wasn't until after school that I really had to start getting challenged by my ADD. So that, hence anxiety, because I didn't know what to do. Oh shit, that's not good. Oh, you were dating. Oh. I mean, that's fair. Oh no. I'm sorry. That's tough, Meowcat. That was so bad, behind on paperwork. Oh, damn. Meowcat, I'm sorry. That's tough. It has to be hard to still be living together, too. That can't be easy. Like, I know you love him, but that, to be reminded daily. Because if he is an alcoholic, he's struggling with that, you're gonna have to see that every day, and that's